So it's kind of like our Rocky Run Joint Water Board. You know, we got 3 counties involved, that's it. There's no more 2 mil levy, you know, that would have cost this county almost, what, almost $100,000 a year?
Yeah.
Roughly close to 50.
It would be just short of 100 grand.
Yeah. So
For one.
for 1 year, that would have been every year. That would be that way. And
Good thing that got changed.
what's that?
Good thing that got changed.
Yeah, and
We'd have to be
obviously.
in 4 districts, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we'd have been in the Missouri River, the Red River Joint Board, the James River Joint Board is where we would have been in.
There's 300,000.
Well, no, it's
Oh, no, just
100,000
okay.
for the county
Okay,
for
for
the
the
year.
county for the
Yeah,
year.
because
Okay.
each one gets split out,
Okay.
you know.
Because normally they've never met a tax that they liked unless somebody else is administering it, then
Yeah.
it's fine.
In fact, 2 years ago, when this same bill passed, but they didn't have any teeth in it to make these counties do this, within 2 days of that bill passing, we as a water board had a letter laying on Tammy's desk asking for us to join their water board, Missouri River Joint Water Board. And of course, they're looking for money. That's basically what it boiled down to, because I don't think the Missouri River people are going to come out here to Wells County and do anything for us or the Red River Joint Board. And the James River Joint Board doesn't even exist. So anyway, you know, we've done a lot of work. I spent a lot of time in Bismarck this winter, lobbying and testifying and whatever, and helping with that, and we got it changed.
Good job.
So
Thank you.
anyway, I guess that's all I have.
Thank you, guys.
Any questions for me while I'm sitting here?
Well, good luck with your...
And the hospital generator grant, there's some mitigation dollars coming into the state, so they're hoping to move all those generator projects over to that. So there might be funding yet for that, so keep my fingers crossed for that, so.
I'll send you that number of that South Central.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something.
Yeah, if anybody that has a pot of gold sitting or knows of anybody that would like to donate to the Pheasant Lagoon project, hey, we're open. I don't know, GoFundMe, I don't know.
We had the windmill farm in, maybe they donate.
Yeah. So, don't have a lagoon, you don't have a community.
Yeah, it's important stuff, that's for sure. Anybody got anything else?
I want to try to make this really brief, Brent.
Oh, boy.
On days where, and you've probably all heard this before, on days where it rains and bladers can't blade, is there any way, and it's an all-day rain event, okay, is there any days they spontaneously can take that day off with the agreement of working part of the rest of the week? You know where I'm going with this?
Oh, yeah.
I know exactly where you're going. It rains all day on Thursday, and Friday's the perfect blading day,
Right.
I know.
and
Rained all
everybody...
day Wednesday.
Well, what,
Well, yeah, whatever.
I got some very harsh feelings on this, and you're not gonna like them,
I know what they are.
okay? Are we county, or are we farmers? You have 8 blade guys that are on call 7 goddamn days a week for 6 months out of the year for snow, and now you want to tell them, listen, it rained today, go home because it's going to be nice tomorrow. They made plans with their family, but we're going to have you blade because we're going to run this like a farming operation.
No, I don't
Well, that's
mean...
what you're saying.
No, I don't mean to be the bad guy. Maybe they would prefer that.
How many guys are going to prefer working on Wednesday and Thursday and taking Wednesday and Thursday off in the middle of the week and working Friday and Saturday because it rained all day Wednesday and Thursday? Would you? How do they make family plans? How do they make anything?
No, and you know, this would be hard to administrate. I'm just throwing it out there in
Well,
that...
what it is the constituents of the county want this run like a farming operation. If that's the case, then for 6 months we should be spending a week or 2 in Cancun in the winter.
But Brent,
Well, come on! Let's call it what it is.
but you already got that option, because you just said a guy couldn't.
Right.
So they got that option.
It had nothing to do with rain. He had a doctor's appointment he couldn't miss, but he wanted to get his blading in. But we're talking about two separate things. We're
No, but
talking,
if somebody-
if it rains Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, to send the guys home and tell them they're gonna work
No,
Friday,
no,
Saturday,
no,
Monday.
No, that ain't what I'm
And
saying.
if they wanted to, and to do it.
Well, you're damn right. It's a frustrating thing. Number one, and I know you guys have been here a long time, but we got applications out. We can't get an application. Okay? And one of our selling points is 4-day weeks in the summer.
No.
And now
I
you
don't think
want to
anybody would.
change that?
No, we don't wanna change that.
Well, you kind of are because, and here's the thing, last week, just to give you a prime example of this, okay, Monday it rained. And we knew down Bowden South, they got an inch of rain. We know they can't blade Tuesday. We had Butler come out. We took that blade to Harvey. They put a tandem seal in that blade, a 12-hour job. While we were there, we did other service. We had 2 blade guys that got rained out up there helping service that machine. So number one, the guys aren't just sitting in the shop playing Monopoly, playing Yahtzee on their phones. And we're short of help as it is. When we were too wet this spring, those blade guys that weren't working were up here tar carting.
No, I get it.
There's days, you gotta have days down for service, you got all kinds of stuff to do with the county. And I know where the phone calls, because I take the phone calls to the supervisors going, it rained Thursday and it's gonna blade great tomorrow and Saturday, why don't you have your guys work tomorrow and Saturday? You know, at what point do we draw the line? Because once we open that can, it's open.
Do any of them want to work overtime?
Right.
Or?
You know what? If you want the guys, if the county wants to spend 40 hour of overtime for each operator, and you want to put us on 5/10s, the guys are going to work it. But do you want to pay that overtime?
Why would we do that? That doesn't make any sense.
320 hours a month of overtime?
No.
Okay, point well taken, both sides, guys. Let's see if we got any other business.
I know it's a sore subject to me. I didn't mean to jump at you, but,
You kinda did.
well, we hear it all the time. I've been hearing it for 23
But
years.
I think you took it wrong in that I would think if there's a situation where that would be for an employee benefit, you can't have and that's why it would be hard to
Well,
administer.
and like for instance, today, and I'm glad you brought it up. So Hertzfield
I'm
got.
not sure you were at first.
Well, I am, because I see where you're going with it more so. I overreacted a little bit, but, and you know, I never overreact.
I'd like to introduce you to your boss.
But, okay.
I'm used to the Eddy County people, I can handle anything.
Hertzfield, for instance, today, Dougie.
Oh, yeah, here's a good example.
Okay, Dougie, today, they got an inch of rain last night.
Yep.
Okay.
They're shut down.
Dougie called me this morning, he says,
Today?
I gotta get into the chiropractor, I'm gonna go today, do you mind if I work Friday?
Perfect example,
That's
that's
right.
what I was bringing up.
And I said, no, because I don't mind if the guys are out Friday, and especially this time of year when we need to be blading, okay?
Oh, that'd be perfect, yeah.
But every time, say it's July and we get an inch of rain on Wednesday, but now we've been around the route 2-3 times and it's just regular maintenance, I don't wanna reach out to the guys and say, hey guys, it's good, you're not gonna be able to blade tomorrow. So why don't you guys all go home, and I'd rather have you guys work Friday. I don't want to get to that point.
No, it would be up to the employee is
Flexible.
being flexible that
Yeah,
way.
I mean,
That's where I was.
That's where I
coming
was
with that.
coming from. Was it Doug or whatever had the medical and he decided?
Yeah.
not to. That's where I was coming from.
Yep.
If they wanted to, they could do
yeah,
it.
absolutely, and they all know that. There's a lot of guys, and especially our new hires, for instance, that don't have a lot of vacations built up. They'll say, I got to be somewhere Tuesday. Do you mind if I blade Friday? No, I don't at all. I want to get you your 40 hours in.
That's my point.
Yeah, I don't want guys out there on Sunday.
No, you shouldn't.
You know,
That looks bad.
It looks bad, you know, I mean, and you know,
Looks like
but
you're desperate.
But I guess it's 23 years of built-up frustration because I have taken this phone call more times than you guys can imagine from township supervisors, from rural people saying, hey, you guys can't blade because we got 2 inches of rain on Sunday, so why don't you send your guys home Monday and Tuesday and have them work next Friday and Saturday? I don't want to open that can of
And
worms.
I know
You can't
that,
send, that's like a directive, that.
but they
Yeah.
got a lot of maintenance and shop work. they
Well, I
can do.
mean, the guys, you know, thank God these, you know, you guys got 8 guys right now that are willing to jump in on a tar cart, that are willing to go out and Durapatch, that are gonna help take load restriction signs down. By the way, so you're aware, before I came to this meeting, Nate Munson and I, Foster County, Wells County, we work really well together. Eddy County works in with us. He's getting a lot of phone calls wondering when load restrictions are gonna go down in Foster County. I'm getting phone calls, obviously. Our intention is to pull the signs a week from Thursday. So that there'll be 9 more days and the signs will be down on Thursday next week. It sounds like all 3 counties are gonna do it, the 2 to the east of us. So if you get some phone calls on when restrictions are coming down,
Next
tell them
Thursday.
next Thursday.
All right.
Motion adjourned.
Motion adjourned. Meeting adjourned.
Sorry, Stan.
No, that's okay.
Thank you, hurry things up.
Eddy County is hard to
We'll see
leave.
you then.
Yeah.
Handle
Have a
it.
good week.
I'll see you again tonight.
You know, Boone, that's such a
What?
comforting thought that I can see you
Oh,
again.
nice, I know, because I still ain't changing my mind. I guess I can vote no then.
Yes, good question.